on, guys? It's Zay from the Grow Farm, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to grow a nectarine, peach, plum, basically anything that has a pit inside. Now the first step is obviously get your fruit, have it prepared, and you want to start eating it. Hopefully you don't waste it. Just eat it down to the pit. So without further ado, I'll show you guys. Oh, I just brushed my teeth and it just tastes so bitter. It's juicy. Alright guys, so here we are at the next step. I ate all the peach and now you can see all the residue connected to the pit. Now just in case if you guys don't know what the pit is actually the shell that's covering the seed on the inside of the peach. So I'll show you guys the pit here in a second. But what you need right now for this step is something with a hard surface. Something that we can use to really scrub off all the cartilage and residue that's connected to the pit. So preferably I would use something that's old, something that you might not use again. I have an old sponge here that I use for maybe cleaning stuff outside or something. And what I'm going to do is just scrub this pit off, get off all the residue, and have the pit here. So I'm going to show you guys real quick of a demo of what you're supposed to do. All you need is something hard, something like wood might work. I never tried it, but you could try it. But you just need to get all that residue off, anything that works, right? So I'll come right back to you guys in a quick second here. Alright guys, so we are outside and let me turn on the water. So as you can see here, I have my peach and I have this scrubbing thing that I can use, or I have this old sponge. It's up to you really what you want to use. I also have a container just to fill up with water to make the process go a little bit easier. I'm going to fill this up here. Alright. And whatever harm you do to the pit will not affect the seed on the inside, so you guys don't have to worry about that. All I'm going to do is just scrub it. Scrub it hard, as you can see right here. Try and remove all the excess cartilage. That's why it's important to eat as much as you can of the pit. Really try and get all of that out of there. Try and use this. Alright, so it's almost like this. You can see I'm almost there. Trying to use some double action here. Sponge and brush away. As you can see, it's almost there. I'm getting better. Now, if you're patient, you can always let the seed dry out. This definitely helps the process move faster. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to show you guys this way, because I know you guys are some of you are impatient. Some of you guys just want to grow. So that's why I'm here. Alright, we are getting down to the pit. It is almost there. You can definitely start seeing it now. It's pretty big. Yeah, now I can actually start seeing the shell. And like I said, you can always let it dry out first. It's a lot easier. Alright, this should be good here. I am happy with these results. As long as you can see the shell, it should be good. As you can see, here's the shell, and let's get started with the next step after you did this step. Alright guys, so now I have my pit, and I have a paper towel, and I'm just going to dry it off. You want to get it as dry as you can, alright? And now you can definitely see the pit, and now it's time to head on to the next step. Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys two things. Here is a fresh nectarine pit, okay? And here, if you guys want to dry it out, a 24-hour it was outside peach pit, alright? As you can see right here. Both will work for you fine because the seed is actually inside and it won't die because it's still a seed. Now this next step is to get it open. Now there's a lot of ways to get this open. You can use, for instance, a nutcracker. That's going to be a lot easier. Of course, you guys may not have nutcrackers, so I have to make this video better and bring out some big boys. So here's my friend the wrench. You guys can use this. You could use the bottom of this, or even, it's all an experiment, to be honest with you. You can try and crack it open like that without damaging the seed. You cannot damage the seed or else it'll die. And then I have this kid. His name is Sledge. And you can just... I'm just kidding. But this will actually work. This is actually the best tool to open seeds with. If you know the touch and the feel to crack open the seed, it's actually the best tool that I used. I don't know about you guys, but that's just me. So I'm going to use the Sledge to open this. And please, wish me the best of luck. Because I do not want to redo this video. Alright guys, so I moved out here because the macadam is solid. Let's pull out my bully sledge here and let's do this. See that? If it's dry, it's a lot less likely to do that. And the more cleaned off it is. So let's try this again. We got to make it fast and we got to make it the right amount of pressure. Whew. Alright. See that? Perfect. Alright, now let me show you guys. That was perfect. That was well done. Well done. Alright, so let me just show you how thick this shell really is. As you can see, that right there is a thick shell. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the seed. Now, I recommend doing this in a plastic baggie just in case because, it kind of flew everywhere. Even though my stuff is all in the general area right here. And it's pretty easy for me to find it. But this right here is where it came out of, as you can see right there. Look at that. That little spot right there in the pit. You can see how thick this really is. Now, of course, guys, if you see a little root coming out of the back end, you don't need to open it. Of course not. You can just put it right in the seed. Right in the ground. It's fine. It's perfect. All good and dandy. You don't need to open up the pit. But if the seed looks like all dried out and everything and, isn't getting anywhere without help, you need to crack it open or else it's going to take years or months, most likely years, for it to, grow and actually grow into a plant. Alright guys, so here we are at the next step. And now it's time to examine our seed. Now, be careful with the seed because it's very delicate as it is very dry and in that super hard, thick shell. Now, you can call it the hole or pit or anything you want to call it. But out of the pit, you can actually see the seed and actually see how successful this plant may be. And as you can see right here, that little gimp right in the side of it, as you can see, there it goes. You can actually see how it goes in. That's not very good. Of course, you can't really tell because this seed is all dried out. But from experience, this seed does not look like it may host a successful plant. But I'm still going to try and attempt to grow it for the experimentation of it. And for you guys, if you guys do have a valuable seed out there. It was like a mystery box, and I got one of the duds. But let's keep going, and I'll show you guys what the next steps are. So, you have your seed, you have your plastic baggie, and you have a paper towel. You also need a cup. Now, these are my rules, and basically my ways on how to germinate peaches and a whole bunch of other seeds. So, I get my cup, and I fill it up with water. And I like to use the faucet. There's a lot of people saying, don't use the faucet. The chlorine doesn't help your seed at all. Well, you know what? It's what I use, and it always worked for me. So that's what I use. and that's what I like to use. If you want to use regular unchlorinated water, I think that's great. Go ahead for it. So all I do is I take my seed here, and I'm just going to drop them in the water. And because I told you guys this is a dud, he's floating. As you can see right there, he's floating. Hopefully your guys' sinks, but of course it may just float just because it's dry. But what I like to do is I like to soak the seed in there for about 4 hours, all right? 4 hours, 24 hours sounds good to me. But I like to soak him in there for 4 hours. So I'm gonna come back to you guys after 4 hours. If you guys want to do 24 hours, that works also. That's what I prefer you guys to do because it just speeds up the germination process. Okay, so we're back here after a couple hours here, and because I'm so cool, I did another test, and the mystery box gave me something else. It gave me the perfect seeds that you guys actually want to look for. As you can see, he's nice and plump all around, and this looks like a good viable seed that will host a successful plant. So I'm going to drop him in there, and if your guy was floating like this guy, as you can see, I'm sorry, but I don't believe that he'll be one of the best viable plants for you guys. As you can see, the gimp is right there, and it just goes right in. So you guys want to watch out for that. Now, what I did to keep him actually in there, I just put this paper towel over and just set it in the water that way. It actually was able to absorb as much water as it could. But as you can see, the other seed sinks right down to the bottom. That's a good viable seed, and that's a way to know that your seed will host a successful plant and actually give you something to work with. So this is done. I can set this to the side, and we have our plastic baggie and our paper towel. Now the reason why I put the seed in water for a couple hours is just to let it know that it's time for germination and it's time to actually start the process. So he's drinking some water right now, and now it's actually time to put him in this plastic baggie along with the paper towel. One of the best methods I like to use. So I just get a basic paper towel about this big. You can see it's ripped, but it's okay, and I just fold it just like that. Perfect, and there you go. That's the bed for your seed. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this damp, so I'll be right back. As you can see, it's dripping a little bit, but that's okay. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the plastic baggie. Now make that nice. Make it all nice and flat there. And there you have it. You have your own little germination process ready to go for the plant. All you need is your seed. Put the seed in the plastic baggie. And there you go, guys. That's it. Now you want to keep the bag somewhere around 60 degrees Fahrenheit and up. I would say no higher temperature than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So keep that in mind. This has been The Grow Farm, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey, it's Zay. Why not watch?
Hey, who's that guy? Hey guys, what's going on? It's Zay, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys on an update from the reviving pepper plant I did in another episode.
Oh yeah, it's Zay. Why not watch
If
another
you
video?
didn't see it already, it's how to revive a plant if you forgot it, you forgot to water it. But just if it's dying, just click that link right there. It'll take you right to it. This video is an update for that video, and let's check on them. So guys, here's the plant. You can see how good his